Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you're having a good week so far. Thanks for tuning in to the Unsigned Showcase. Today we're going to do an exclusive submission for a really cool band who we haven't seen for a while. And I'm really pleased that they've come back round again. These guys are from Germany, some old school death metal. Let me just get this on the screen. It says here, they're German old school Swedish death metal lunatics, Denomination. They're back with a new album, number 2 in the best shape ever. Really cool. Listen to The Last Companion, which is the name of the album, and smell the authentic stench of Scandinavian death metal from the early 90s. Highly recommended for fans of Nihilist, Carnage, Entomb, Dismember, etc., etc. So we know what we're going to get from these guys. Some really cool old school death metal. I'm looking forward to hearing their new stuff. They sent over a track for us to check out, but I've looked on their webpage, on their YouTube, and there's a couple of other tracks on there. So we're going to listen to 2 today. This one's called Willing Instrument of Murder. Let's give it a spin. Nice drumming. Yeah, nice track, rolling all the way through, just a great energy all the way through. Drummer did a great job of moving us from one section to the next on that one. Nice natural drum sound, great cymbal sounds within the mix, but as well the drums weren't too loud and kind of quantized and made to sound too modern, which gives it that old school analog-y, muffly sound, which was cool. Nice riffs in there, sounding good, good heavy deathy vocal like you expect. You know, if they're doing 90s Swedish death metal, then you know we're not expecting them to reinvent the wheel with that stuff. They're going for the old school, and they captured it nicely. Right, so very good. Right, now let's check out the next track. This is the one that they sent through for me. One-Eyed God is the name of the track. Let's get it on the screen. Give it a spin. Guitars sound a bit heavier in this one, a bit more chunky. Nice long rolls on the tongue. Yeah, the guitars sound real fat in this one. Wicked. Man, wouldn't have minded a little bit of a solo in there. Nice that we got some lead section in this, but I thought we were just about to break out into a solo on that section just to end us off. Would have been sick. Man, this track was really solid. Not to say the other track wasn't solid, but this one, they really nailed it. Everything sounded heavier, chunkier. The guitars sounded louder and just more kind of hard hitting. You could hear the bass more in the mix. The cymbals came through in a really nicer way as well on this one. The vocals seemed a bit heavier. So I'm not sure if it's all on the same album. I'm not sure if these guys have mixed it themselves or sent this for stuff off, but this track just came together just that bit nicer, melded together. The lead guitar section added more stuff for the listener to hear as well. The drummer moved in all the right ways and some nice heavy sections in there with the drums rolling down the toms, big long rolls into the next section. Always something going on to listen to, always a high energy within the music as well, rolling on into the next blast beat and section. Yeah, really cool. This track really came out solid. Nice lyric video to go with it as well, with all the aliens and whatnot. But yeah, I really thought this one hit the nail on the head properly and tapped all the kind of nails in that it needed to do. Heavy and thick, chunky and loud, dark and nasty and deathy, blast beats and loads of cool stuff going on in the drums, and just with a nice clarity. More of a modern mix, I would say, on this one. I know they're going for that old school 90s sound, but this one had a nice clarity and a punch and a force to the mix that wouldn't have come from the 90s. You know, they just couldn't do it back in the 90s. So although it sounded a bit more modern than maybe they wanted it to, it sounded great for it because it just gave it more power, more punch, more heaviness, and, you know, a bit less muffly. You can't argue with that. It sounds great. So these guys are sounding absolutely great, putting together some really nice old school death metal vibes. Even though some of the stuff sounds a bit more modern than the 90s, it's still got the proper riffs, the proper death metal vocal, all the blast beats, and the way that the drummer moves from one section to the next is right. So if you like old school death, you're definitely going to get straight on board with these guys and just start enjoying the music because it's, you know, it's what you expect. So there you go. I really think these guys are great. I'm pleased that they've come back around with some new stuff and wanted to get back on the channel. We've been able to look at a couple of their videos as well. So hopefully we see them again sometime in the future with some more old school death metal. That's it. I'm not sure. We might be back on Friday with a whole album review. We're just kind of in the works of getting that sorted. If it's not on Friday, it's going to be next week. But that'll be with Curtin, who, if you're a Monday grinder, we had on Monday, and they've got a really nice album out, and because they enjoy being on the Monday grind, they thought, well, we'll see if he wants to check out the whole album. So we're probably going to be doing that on Friday. If not, it'll be this time next week. But if that happens next week, we'll see you back for the Monday grind before that. Anyway, hope you have a good one, guys. Cheers. Bye.